is Rack Noble for Boxing UK, sponsored by Supreme CBD. Here with the man of Queensberry, Sahni. How you doing, Dev?
I'm good. Thanks for saying such a nice thing. But I'm not the man of Queensberry. Of course, there are plenty of Warrens who are the men of Queensberry. I'm just Dev, and it's great to see you, Mr. Rack. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's great to see you as well. It's great to see your interactions on Twitter. They've been also interesting. I've got a few questions to pick out about those. But firstly, let's talk about the show tonight.
Yeah.
McCann, Baluta.
Is there a show tonight?
Tonight, Friday night.
I best get ready. I'm
still looking forward to it. I'm thinking it's tonight.
Yeah.
Friday night, talk us through.
Mate, I mean, look, Dennis McCann's a future superstar, not just of British boxing, but of the sport in general. You see that every time he posts something on his TikTok or his Instagram or something, the numbers just fly. He's a real character, and people are taking to him. He's unbeaten so far, and this is the toughest test of his career. Baluta, we know all about Baluta, and I was surprised when the fight was made. I thought, Baluta's just coming off a win. It's not like it's someone that's on the slide or anything like that maybe you've seen something. He's literally just beat Andrew Kane, who's another Queensberry prospect. So Dennis McCann taking him on is a big statement of intent. Toughest fight of his career, and he's going to need to be at his very best to come away with the win, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's the main event, and how about the Queensberry debut of the British and Commonwealth featherweight champion? How about a bit of the nightmare, Nathaniel Collins? Very excited about that. And Raza Hamza, who he's taking on, we just spoke to him on the Queensberry stream. This guy he means it. They both mean it, but he really means it. He's talking about how he made a promise to his mum that died, a promise to his brother that died, that he would become a champion. This means everything to Raza Hamza. And I put that to Nathaniel Collins, and he said, well, it means everything to me as well. I've got mouths to feed too. So I love when there's stories heading into a fight. I love when there's jeopardy. And it's quite a good fight to have for Nathaniel Collins' Queensberry debut. And as you've seen, Ryan Garner's back, Raven Chapman's back. It's a great show. TNT Sports, your call, sold out Friday night. What's not to love?
I do feel Warren Promotions, they do put on these great Friday night shows. Saturday nights is always the big nights, but Friday nights is good for the developmental shows, the fighters that are coming up, the next generation stars. And I think Friday is the perfect slot to have for the home of boxing at York Hall.
Yeah, absolutely, and it will be absolutely banging in there. It will be heaving. It's sold out, which normally means there'll probably be another 1,000 people more than is allowed. I don't know. No, definitely not. But it is sold out. It will be absolutely brilliant in there. It will be heaving. I'd imagine it will be very hot. And I think we're going to see the very best of these fighters. Some brilliant fights.
I also want to give a shout out to a man that's been a big advocate for Nathaniel Collins. I know he's been in your DMs.
Yeah, man like Tockers.
Shout out to Tockers.
Tockers has been on me. I mean, for time. I think probably the best part of a year. He's been telling me about Nathaniel Collins. Every time I post something about Nick Ball, he's like, yeah, what about Nathaniel Collins? And he's in my DMs and hyping him up. So, yeah, Tockers has managed to get Nathaniel Collins signed to Queensberry. There you go, Tockers. You did it. Well done.
Just on another point, today I saw you commented on a post of Eddie Hearn and Gareth Davis on Boxing Social. Eddie Hearn said it was Tyson Fury outpriced himself for the Alexander USYK fight, and you had quite a different opinion to that. Just talk us through that.
No, look, I've no problem with people having opinions. Everyone has their opinions. It's just when it's just presented as facts. So he said that USYK asked for 50-50 in the rematch, and that's why the fight didn't happen. That's not the case. USYK asked for 70-30 in the rematch in the UK, and that's just if you check the receipts, if you just follow what's happened, all parties have agreed that this is what happened. That's what he asked for. So I'm not correcting him having his opinion as to why it all fell apart, but that was factually incorrect. So I'm just pointing that out. Fans can have their opinion, they're going to, but if I see actual misinformation, I'll correct it.
And of course, on Saturday, we had one of the big showcases of boxing. Anthony Joshua had his second fight in a few months against Robert Helenius. It was an ending that a lot of us wanted to see, maybe took a bit longer. What were your thoughts on that?
I think everyone concedes that it took a little bit longer than what they would have liked, but they would have gone into the fight wanting a highlight reel knockout, wanting a win, wanting some momentum, and wanting to send a bit of a statement to the heavyweight division. And I think they did all of those things, really. The statement might not be the statement that they wanted to send out. I guess if he'd have done it earlier, then it would have been, oh, wow, AJ's back. And now it's kind of like, I don't know, I think the top heavyweights will really fancy themselves against him.
Do you think he stands a chance against Wilder in January?
It almost feels like because of the way British boxing is and the way Anthony Joshua has done so much for British boxing, he is collectively sort of mollycoddled by those close to him, by his fans, by his backers, and that you're almost not allowed to predict against him in that fight. But for me, he hasn't got really a chance against Deontay Wilder, especially right now. It just feels like while because he's still sort of caught betwixt and between trying to figure out who he is in there and how he's trying to work. I mean, it took 6 rounds or 7 rounds to work out Robert Helenius. Wilder did it in a round, and I think Wilder knows who he is as a fighter. And I wouldn't give AJ much chance right now.
On other heavyweight fights, of course, next week we've got Daniel Dubois challenging USYK for the Unified Championship. You've been a bit advocate for Daniel.
Of course.
Talk us through, how's Daniel looking?
He's looking fantastic. I mean, we had the workout yesterday, and he's in great shape. He looks hench, and there's abs there as well. He looks in the best shape that I've ever seen him. And mentally, he seems in a fantastic place as well. I think he's settled in well with Don Charles. There seems to be almost like a father-son relationship there. They've had time together up in the Spanish mountains. He's been training at altitude. And he's just a completely different guy to the guy that turned pro all those years ago. He's been a pro for 6 years now. He's 25 years old. He hits very hard. He's one of the heaviest handed. He's just a completely different guy to the guy that turned pro all those years ago. He's been a pro for 6 years now. He's 25 years old. He hits very hard. He's one of the heaviest handed men in the heavyweight division, therefore in all of boxing. And if I'm going to take on someone like Alexander Usyk, that's the sort of attribute that I'd want to have in my favour. He has power, he has youth, and he has fearlessness. And that gives him a great chance.
Can he get the job done?
Well, look, I believe so. Yeah, absolutely. I will be backing Daniel Dubois all the way. It's about how he approaches the fight. It's his mentality. Is he going to be put off by all these all the Ukrainians in the crowd there and everyone booing him? Is he going to be put off, or is he going to be able to handle it? I think a lot of this comes down to temperament. If he makes it a 4-round fight, maybe a 5-round fight, and backs himself, backs his fearlessness, which I believe he will do, then he can get the job done.
And lastly, onto another set of big men. Joyce sang the rematch. Revenge or repeat? Now, of course, we saw in the first time round, Zhang pretty much controlled it and he had the upper hand. Can Joyce make it a different story second time around?
Look, I mean, we'll find out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait for the fight because Zhang looked fantastic in the first fight. And Joe Joyce did not look great in the first fight. It feels like Joe Joyce has got levels that he can take it to, improvements that he can make. Guys like Zhang, he used to beat in the amateurs, right? Big like southpaws, he used to beat guys like that. For some reason, he couldn't deal with Zhilei Zhang. Was that because he underestimated him? Was it because he believed in his own hype about everyone has a plan until they punch me in the face and nothing happens? Look, this time something happened. So I think it's a bit of a shock to the system. By all accounts, he's sparring well. By all accounts, he's taking it all very seriously. And look, we'll find out. People say career on the line. I don't know about career on the line, but at that very, very top table, if Joe Joyce wants to get there, he needs to come through this fight. And Zhilei Zhang is a tremendous fighter who he may get the job done himself. Can't wait for it. It's a really, really good fight.
Thank you very much, Dev. Of course, on top of that, we've got Fury and Ngannou too, so lots and lots to pick from. Just give us a last run through Fury and Ngannou. How are you picking that one?
Who do I pick to win Fury versus Ngannou?
Yeah.
I picked Tyson Fury to beat Francis Ngannou. there you have it.
Will it be easy? Will it be hard? Because you seem to advocate both.
I believe that he will be trying to knock Francis Ngannou out straight away. There's been talk about like carrying him, or like people say Mayweather carried McGregor. I don't know about that, but what I will tell you is I don't think Tyson Fury can afford to try and carry Francis Ngannou. It's like playing with a stick of dynamite. You just get it out of the way as quickly as possible. So I think he'll try and knock him out straight away. And I also think Francis Ngannou will be trying to knock out Tyson Fury straight away. So someone's going to get knocked out. I can't wait.
I think that's a fair result of how that now will end. Well, that's been 6 big men we've discussed, 3 big nights.
There you go, there's your title.
6 big men, 3 big nights. Anyway, Dev, thank you for your time, and we will see you on Friday night for the main event.
Yes, see you then, my friend.
Thank you.